Welcome to the Taco Podcast. My name's Will. This was Crystal, but she melted because of the heat that we are having today. And welcome to everyone out there in YouTube land who is watching today's episode. We had a subject matter that we were going to cover today, but like normal, it's just going to be us rambling, and we're going to be going over a bunch of different things and probably nothing at the same time. If that bores you, please turn the episode off and thank. Yeah, we could do a whole episode on just wacky conspiracy theories.
You know the thing with conspiracy theories, they can't all be wrong, right? There's got to be at least one conspiracy theory that's accurate, but which one? There's so many.
Well, you have to actually focus on them and actually take a look at them.
Is the moon fake?
Well, here's the thing about the moon landing, is they talked to as a director, I can't remember what his name is, James Cameron or something, I can't remember who it was, but they talked to a director and they said, how many people would it take to actually fake the moon landing, and then total, right, from writing the script, actually doing it, and then producing it and getting it out there to the masses. How many people would it take? And it would be right around I think it was like 106 people total, from production, lighting, studio, actors, everything, for the total thing. It'd be like 106 people, production, and release, all of it. All right, all the people total would be 106. What are the odds that you could get everyone to keep their goddamn mouth shut for 50 years?
Right.
For 50 years. They would have to keep their mouth shut for 50 years at minimum, from the time that it happened to, it started to the internet. It's all been faked.
What was that famous quote? 3 men can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
Yeah, right. It's true. But, I mean, if you think about what are the odds, that the government could not only, do it, and then fake it, and then keep everybody, and the actors and everybody would have to die immediately afterwards. And the more people you kill off, the more likely it is to be a success.
Right, but then
so you'd have to kill the director,
people,
the writer, the light people, everybody.
But then you've got the people who killed the people.
Right.
What are the chances they're going to be quiet?
Right.
Okay, so do you kill them?
Well, you have to. You have to kill them. If you have somebody, a hired hitman from the CIA or something, go out and start whacking the director, the writer, the lighter, lighting department, and you'd have all of them killed. Then you'd have to, he would have to then be eliminated. So then you replace that one, and that one then goes out and starts killing the actors, and then then you wipe him out. So then you have to have another one that goes out and wipes out the other killer, the hired killers.
And so you couldn't do it like one after another, right?
Right.
You'd have to do it.
People would start being able to put the strings together.
Right. Like if an actor's sitting at home and he's like, and he gets a fucking phone call and he's like, dude, did you hear that everybody else we worked with on set died? Well, shit. Well, then you're gonna take off, right? So if you're gonna kill everybody who faked the moon landing, you're gonna have that pretty concentrated. So then you've got a lot of assassins that you've got to kill so that they'll be quiet about it. And let's face it, they're assassins who just kill people so they'll be quiet about it. They know what's up.
But but I guess the moon landing could have been faked. It would have been really costly though.
But then again, the moon is fake.
I mean, the government, you have to. People are like, yeah, but it'd be costly. So why would they do it? I mean, we were in a race with the Russians to get to the moon, and we had to, show that we were a dominant, country, and they really don't believe that. Oh, people are like, wow, all the technology and everything and all the minds that they had to put together. The government basically said, all right, you have everybody you want, get it done. And von Braun, said, the little Nazi that he was, they put him and say, okay, you're a rocket man, you can get us up there, right? And he's like, yeah, but I can't guarantee I can get you back.
The minute you said that, I just heard a voice in the back of my head going, Rocket Man.
Elton John? You get Elton John go off in your head? But yeah, he was a rocket man. He that's what he was. He knew, and he told the government not once but several times, I can get you there. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to get them back. We got to figure out that part. How are we going to get them back? Sure, we just doing the mathematics of like how powerful the rocket needed to be, to go from here to there, total mileage wise, and distance wise, that was easy to figure out, and to actually do it. I mean, he could have shot a rocket around the Earth, and that's how basically they got back, was they slingshot it back. So it was interesting. We could have faked it.
The whole moon is fake. The moon doesn't exist.
The moon's fake itself?
Yeah, it's a giant projection. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be.
Yeah, in fact, the whole solar system is fake. We live in a petri dish.
Well, there is.
No, don't. Do not.
You want to tell them?
No. I was making a joke. If there's people out there.
Speaking of a petri dish.
No.
Do you know that was thought up as a joke? And that nobody thought it was going to be serious, that anybody would take it seriously?
What, moon truthers?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, because that was a, oh shit, what is that guy's name? The guy who does Your Grammar Sucks.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack's Films.
Yeah.
The moon truther thing was a Jack's Films thing.
Yeah. They didn't think anybody would take it seriously, but they did. They just ran with it. I mean, you can clearly see that it was meant as a joke. It was sarcasm. But nope, people took it and they ran with it. Yep, that's real. That's real.
All right.
How about we start off with this then? How about unrealistic expectations of for your friends? There's a topic that is going on in our lives. Friends who have unrealistic expectations for either you or myself, where they're not willing to give forth, or put the effort in, but they want us to put out and put forth the effort.
I think it's definitely difficult when there's conflict in friends. Whenever there's been conflict in my friends groups between friends, I've always tried to be one of the people who's like, hey, let's remember we're all friends, we all care. Discuss EA games getting hacked.
EA games. Refresh my memory. Who is EA Games?
They're the ones that constantly do the microtransactions. They're always getting made fun of because it's like, oh, what's that? You want to continue to play this game that you paid for?
Are they the ones that behind Mafia Wars?
No, I don't think so. But they do a lot of the sports games.
Yeah, I don't play games, so.
How are we in a relationship?
I don't know. I have no idea. Apparently, I have the magic wand.
Oh my God! You can't say that.
I can't say the other thing that would people who are being crude would say. I don't play video games. I mean, you guys keep on buying them for me, but I never open them.
No, we stopped buying them for you a couple years back because you never played them.
Yeah, but they're all in the drawer in there, in the cabinet. We have a huge entertainment cabinet that's probably 7 feet tall, wide by 6 feet tall.
I don't know,
something like that. You put the TV in, stereo cabinet. It's all that's built into one, and it's got entertainment drawers and everything else. And I promised my wife, and I'm holding to this, if we ever move again, I'm breaking that thing apart with a sledgehammer before I ever move it again. It is that massive and that heavy.
I don't understand why dudes are like this.
I don't know why I bought it in the first place.
It's a pretty solid piece of furniture.
Yeah,
it was a really good price.
Yeah. Getting it out of our last home, it took.
We had doorways that were like this big.
They weren't that big. They're a little bit smaller than a standard door, but we had to come out the door onto the porch, turn it on its end, and then go this way about a foot, and then turn it this way, down 3 stairs, turn it this way, just so we could get it out of the actual house itself. Yeah, I'm never doing that again. I'm never moving this one again. But, anyways. It's hot. It is 96 degrees today.
You guys
And-
won't see it because he will have edited it out, but most of the previous footage was just him sitting in that chair complaining about how hot it was.
It is. It's miserable. My AC in here is unable to keep up with the actual heat index. There's no way to find out, quicker just how much your heating or air conditioning, really sucks until you're actually, you're in that position where you have to use it, and it's like,
Welcome to the Taco Podcast, watching Bill melt live.
live. And
Well, I guess we're not live watching.
Well,
watching
yeah,
Bill melt.
I'm going to be in here most of the day today.
I'm going to be in the air conditioning doing Kikiro puzzles.
No care about me at all. Melting away, suffering. I mean, I might just, strip down to my skivvies on my live stream. Maybe I'll get a,
They could increase your super chats.
right. Keep the interaction rate up.
That's right.
What do you think? I did have I asked once, what could I do to make my live streams more enjoyable, and for people to want to watch them, longer. Some of the top suggestions was do a naked live stream.
Naked lives.
Cowbell.
Seriously?
Yep, I was suggested cowbells, and I was also suggested bongo drums. Anything but the actual content
Gonna do a
itself.
Matthew McConaughey. Well, now I maybe you might want to rephrase that though and ask your viewers why they're watching your live streams, because everybody's got something a little bit different. See, like when it comes to me, if I see that somebody's gonna go live and I'm like, oh great, so and so's gonna go live, I'm gonna watch their live stream, and then I click on it, I'm typically doing something else. I don't have the kind of lifestyle where I'm going to be able to sit and watch someone's live stream. I'm either going to be writing, I'm going to be working, I'm keeping an eye on Taco. So my attention is never going to be 100% focused.
Huh. Okay.
Conversely, also, if somebody's done a live stream and then I'm watching the clips afterwards, I'm not usually going to watch a clip that's 3 hours. I'm like, no, I ain't got 3 hours out of my day. I have.
Well, I asked a question before. The first question I asked was, what do you not like about my live streams? People don't like the fact that I greet people as they enter or they comment.
No, that's pretty standard for live streams, isn't it?
I'm going to keep on doing it anyways, but I mean, that was the...
Well, yeah, it lets your
and
audience
of course,
know that you see them and...
people really don't like the way that I put things in it, and I do have a tendency to come off as kind of an asshole. Yeah. But they suggested, one of the biggest suggestions was stop greeting people and saying hello and reading the comments from everybody that is in the stream in the comment section, because it wastes so much time. And I'm like,
well, that might be a little bit different. So you're delivering information, right?
no.
No?
Nope.
Well, then what are you wasting time doing? It's not like you got something you have to get to, right?
Saturday morning stream, no topic, just a general chat. It says that in the actual title of every single live stream. And in the comment section itself, it says, we will talk about anything and everything, crime related, the weather. It's just friends checking up on friends to make sure that we're getting by during these crazy times during COVID. That's what the description is in every Saturday morning live stream. 181 episodes now that I've done on Saturday morning live stream with no topic.
Maybe you should switch to, covering something different.
When I put the poll out there and I ask people, do they want me to cover, topics, or do they want just a general chat? Overwhelmingly, it's always been they like the structure now. They like the fact that it's a friendly conversation with just friends, and they don't feel the need that they're being they like it's a friendly environment. and everybody is there to, to say hello, check up on each other. If something's going on, people can give them suggestions on how to fix or, get by in the situation. And there's no topics, so they're not taken away from the actual conversation itself. They like that. Overwhelmingly, it's like 78%. And then the next thing was, well, every once in a while, cover a topic or a case. So I did that, and then everybody was like, "Hey, I don't like this." So I mean, you can't win. You have to stick with what is working.
You can try and tread, like do your usual, your greeting, your conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe let people know what you're going to be talking about later on. That way, the people who are there looking for the crime discussions that you do will know, okay, this is not the live stream for me. He's going to be covering X on this day or something like that. I do enjoy those kinds of communities, though, the community chat and whatnot. I don't know, especially I think with lockdown and stuff like that, having a community outlet is it's a good thing. I like the live streams that we've done.
During the actual live streams themselves, I'll get between 30 and 60 people who actually watch the stream. And then within 5 hours after the stream is over with, I'll get between 700 and 900 people who are watching it just on YouTube, not counting those who come, and watch it through Twitter, Facebook, and, other social media sites where I post the actual link to it. But they don't count as a traffic source. YouTube only counts when it's likes and views. They only show you the data of like, okay, this is what your likes are. Your likes are, and your watch time they come from Google. They're on YouTube already, and they're watching your content on YouTube. If it's from Twitter and they're clicking on the link, then it's a Twitter feed. So you have to go into the analytics, and it tells you, okay, these are your views and your watch time from Bing. These are your Yahoo views. But it doesn't count in your total, like here, the likes and dislikes. It doesn't count there. So that case in point, we have a video from last week, not our live stream, but our last episode of the Taco Podcast. It says that we have 8 comments, but there are only 6 that we can find. We can't see the other 2 at all. And that's where it's coming from. It's somebody is asking a question, but it's most likely posted on one of the other possible links.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So it could be somebody who commented on Twitter. So it's only on Twitter. We have to go to all the other social media sites where I post the link to the podcast to find them. And I know there's only 24 hours in the day, and I could fill it all up with just work, and I'd still never be able to keep up.
Yeah, I really only use Twitter when I get drunk and I want to tell people about how awesome the Alan Parsons Project is.
That's because they are. Hello.
Yeah, underappreciated musical genius.
I'm melting.
You're fine. He's
I'm melting.
fine.
I'm melting.
Put on a fun tank top and get to work.
I don't own a tank top. I really don't.
Dude's clothing is so boring.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I've got a dude to shop
I
for.
thought you were talking about mine. I was like, well, I am kind of a boring person, so.
Well, I mean, yeah. But I have a dude to shop for. I've got a little kid to shop for. And shopping for boys is boring. It's like, y'all got like 5 colors you can pick from. Black, navy, green, shades of red. Every once in a while someone gets, excited and you get a shade of purple in there. Oh, mind blown. There's like 5 colors of shirt, and especially when it comes to boys' clothes, there's like cars, sometimes bears, lions, like that's it. My son wants a unicorn shirt. Can't find a unicorn shirt anywhere.
Well, maybe it's where you're shopping.
Oh yeah, I mean that could be, but give it the boys section for clothing.
I will admit that when it comes to colors, they're very muted, in the color palette generally.
Yeah,
you'll find a lot more blues and and colors, like the greens, blues, whites, Yeah, and black, of course, everywhere in everything.
Yeah, where's the fun? Where's the violet? You know, where's the popping teal? Where's the okay? No salmon. Salmon's a gross color. Nobody should wear it. But
What's
you know,
another one that periwinkle?
ooh.
That's an actual real color.
Yeah,
I learned that the other day.
And apparently, dudes do get to wear periwinkle. In fact, like especially if you work in healthcare, that's the color of scrubs that you're, I guess, contractually obligated. If you're a guy, you're contractually obligated to wear periwinkle scrubs, unless you're a rebel.
I couldn't tell you what the difference is between any of them. Why do they call it salmon if it's just a lighter shade of red? Can you just call it lighter shade of red? Does it have to have its own name?
Salmon is like a pink color, but it's also got like a hint of orange, and it's gross, and everybody looks like they're sick when they wear it.
Oh. Yellow is really hard to find in men's clothing. The color yellow, solid yellows, or different variations. That, you know, you can find like the bright neon yellow, or you can find the very muted, light yellow. But it's very hard to find anything in between.
Guys need more fun clothes.
Well, I think maybe
more patterns.
Maybe they've offered it in the past and people just don't buy them.
Get so mad.
I hate being called dude, bro. Yeah.
This is how you end a conversation with Will before it even starts. Dude.
Absolutely true. I work for a living. I work damn hard for what I do and what I have.
I don't get this, how the word dude just like
I don't walk up to women, and call them the B word.
So how are these two words synonymous in your head?
They are.
How? What happened to you with these?
No, it's I'm guessing it's more cultural. Where I grew up, how you refer to someone, as in respect for someone, you give them enough respect to actually address them correctly. You don't call anybody dude. You don't call everyone my biatch or whatever you want to call.
Well, you're not one of my bitches.
No, but I mean, you don't do that. You just don't do that as a matter of respect to somebody.
Yeah, see, I've got a group chat with some of the gals I used to, a lot of you know, I used to work at a large hospital in our area. I'm in a group chat with a number of the ladies I used to work with, some of whom have gone on to work at different hospitals and facilities now too, but we all worked together for a number of years. We get together every couple of weeks for drinks and whatnot, make sure to wear sequins because we're fabulous. So I'm in a group chat with these ladies, and our conversations will start out with, bitches! You fabulous bitches will not believe what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that's, we're a tight group of good friends, but that is how we refer to each other. Very frequently.
Alrighty then. I won't do it, and you'll never hear. Tim is the same way. We just don't refer to people by dude or bro hammer or anything like that.
It's broheim.
Broheim, whatever. You don't refer to somebody or start a conversation that way to them. You may say Bill or Sir or whatever. Some kind of who they are if you say anything at all. You need to. You don't know.
That just sounds like so tense.
It's just maybe it's just here on the West Coast where you guys have no structure to how you actually greet each other, or you refer to each other in some kind of a neutral name like that. I'm sure if you wouldn't just walk up to somebody on the street and call them a biatch or whatever.
Well, it depends. Who is this person I'm walking up to on the street? Because there's like 4 or 5 people.
Would you walk it up to our neighbor next door, and refer to them in that manner, and then ask them a question?
No,
but you would do that with your friends.
Yeah, people that
and the people within that group. But would you put that out there publicly, on Facebook or wherever?
And we have.
Forget it. I have to. No.
I
You just blew everything I was trying to get
I don't
at.
know if you remember.
I'll do it all day long.
I don't know if you remember correctly or not, but when we were all still working together, we used to go through phases where we'd steal each other's phones, try to guess the passwords, and then update each other's social media on the sly. So, like, say Melissa goes upstairs to see a patient, and there's two of us left downstairs. We'll grab Melissa's phone, see if we can figure out what the password is, and then update, say, her Facebook with a selfie of me and the other gal, and then, tag it with "Loving life with my favorite bitches." So for a long time, my tablet was a picture of me with my tongue sticking out, because whenever they were trying to crack the code on my tablet in order to open the phone up, you had to swipe, and that was my revenge against them. Was because the background on my tablet was me sticking my tongue out, so they'd have to swipe their finger across the picture of me with my tongue out. They did manage to crack it open once, but my passwords are pretty good.
How?
Yes, dude.
Okay.
We also used to do this thing called Parking Lot Wars, where...
Oh, this was fun.
So you'd pull in and you'd see one of the other gal's car, right? And so you'd pull up as close to the driver's side as you could without hitting their car so that they couldn't get into it. And then you'd take a picture of it and be like, "Mighty nice parking job." Be a shame if something happened to it, and then there's your fucking car so that they can't get into their car. And on a good day, you're working with two gals, and the other one comes in and sees what you've done, and then they park on the passenger side. So when they gotta get in their car, they gotta crawl in the back. Because that's what friends do. They make life hard.
Now I know why both sides of your car are constantly messed up. Because you guys do this, and then they have to still back out of their spot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the whole way out.
It's also in the wintertime, we'd write inappropriate messages on each other's windows.
Or notes.
Mm-hmm.
I used to find the notes all over in your car when she won't let me drive her car unless it's out of gas, and she's like, needs me to go fill it up with gas for her.
It's not true. Sometimes it has gas when he borrows it.
When?
There was one time.
I'm like, when? But yeah, she doesn't let me use her car unless it needs gas, and then I'll go fill it up with gas. But yeah, I used to find little sticky notes, in the sunglass holder and in the car. I think there's still one in the Escape right now.
The other one was the little fat ninja. There's a picture of a little ninja about this big. He was round. And we took the pictures and laminated them. So we had like 15, 20 little laminated little fat ninjas. And the goal of that game was to slip it into someone's pocket or purse or vehicle without them noticing.
Did they pay you at work? Were you guys supposed to be there for a reason?
Yeah. Taking care of patients and saving lives. Slipping in.
And we wonder why healthcare costs so much money.
What? They will. Honestly, I think that the fact that I worked in an environment like that was part of the reason why I worked in it for so long and why I thrived in my career. Because I'm a person who enjoys
fucking with other people, being rude to your friends,
having fun, sir.
Oh.
Thank you. But if I had to go to work, for 10, 12 hours a day,
like now,
and there was no fun,
like now,
the fact that I had a group of people that I could joke around with, and that we had these little games that we played with each other, and that I had this group they had my back. My coworkers, they were my coworkers and they were my friends, and we enjoyed spending time together. And I honestly think that that's part of what made my career, because it made, I don't necessarily want to go to work, but I'm not dreading going there. I'm looking forward to it.
Does anybody really ever want to go to work? We all want to be independently wealthy and just not do anything at all.
Yeah.
But we must work. We must. We need money in order to survive.
But I think
money can't buy happiness, they say. But I'm pretty goddamn happy when I have it.
Yeah, but it's a whole lot hard. Money can't buy you happiness, but it's a whole lot easier to be happy when your lights are still on.
Yeah.
So, but
subscribe today.
I definitely think that working someplace where where I had that kind of working relationship with my coworkers, I think it made me better at my job because I was happier being there, and I think that shows. I think people pick up on that, even if you're being professional, because it's not like I'm in front of a patient and I'm like, "Hey, bitches!" No, you don't do that in front of patients. That's in the lab behavior. Although there was one time when security, so when we work night shift, sometimes we've got a little bit more stuff than we did normally. Anyways, we found this thing on swamp gulls, and so we all decided to be swamp gulls, and we were basically just drifting around the laboratory making swamp gull sounds. And
what is a swamp gull?
It's the one that goes like ah, like the. So anyways, there's like 3 or 4 of us, and we're just being swamp gulls. And the gal from security opens the door, and she looks around. She's like, "Everything cool?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, everything's cool. We're just being swamp gulls." And she's like, "Great. Okay, so this is lab." So she's giving somebody a tour, like one of the new security people. She's like, "This is lab. You're gonna hear screaming and cursing and a lot of stuff. Everything's cool. Every once in a while, we just pop our heads in to make sure no one's actually dying, but everything's usually fine." And then she just leaves. But my point being is that, when you're enjoying being at work, I think people feel that.
And let's, to be absolutely clear on what we said earlier, it's not that she doesn't have fun at her new job. It's just a completely different environment. It's a different type of medical background that, versus where you were before.
Yeah, I've got a good team where I work now, and we have fun, but it is a much different environment. I don't want to say more structured, but there was a lot more variety at the old job. You were constantly going up to see patients. We were going out to see patients. There were a bunch of different things going on, and everything was moving. And there's a bunch of moving parts at the new position too, but there's not as much of that.
All right. So, you have a very weird relationship with your friends.
I do.
I would never talk to my friends like that. Would never dream of that. But if it works for you, so just keep on doing, I guess, what you're doing. So what else is new in the world?
Well, okay, let's walk that back a second.
Damn it.
So I do have a couple of friends who I can't play with like that. Other friends, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm going to walk up to them, always wearing a suit, everywhere they go. It's not like I'm going to walk up to them, freaking cut their tie off, slap their ass, call them, some kind of name and push them out of a running vehicle. Like, I'm not going to...
Wait, which friends do you not do that with? I mean, that's all of your friends, isn't it? Except for maybe Marilyn. But you do it with all the rest of them. I mean, Missa and a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, we push each other out of moving cars.
Yeah, I mean...
That's just what friends do.
Right? I can see you and Aaron doing that too. To each other. You and Ida. Definitely. Surprised you're still alive.
Honestly,
falling out of a moving vehicle can hurt.
Considering some of the stuff we did when we were younger, because those two that he just mentioned, I've known since I was quite young, and we did a lot of really dumb things when we were younger. So it's actually surprising that I am alive.
Did I tell you it's hot in here?
Did you want to wrap up? Or
Well,
I think it's time we sign off for these fine people because they might be having just as hot of a day as we are.
I'm dying.
He's dying. And I need to get back to my
Too
air
hot.
conditioning.
All right. Say goodbye.
I hope everyone has a lovely Sunday.
I hope somebody has air conditioning.
I do.
Yeah, I know. That's where I'm going in the house.
No, you gotta stay out here. You gotta edit.
I'll do that eventually.
You gotta make with the clickety clack.
You might not get this episode until next week. So.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.